All right. Hello. Welcome to another video about Marvel Rivals. Because again, I like making videos on this game because I like the game. Aside from when I lose because my teammates are from the Stone Age, but aside from that, I like the game. But anyways, in this video, we're gonna be talking about a problem that I've kind of like noticed, but like it's not really a problem per se, but it is something that I have noticed and a lot of other people have noticed, and it's that it seems like every character that Rivals adds over time, like we've had like what 5 new characters, six. So Fantastic Four, Emma Frost, and now Ultron, who comes out tomorrow for when this video is getting recorded. That most of them are kind of just like terrible or they're really good. There's no in between. Like, if you look at Johnny Storm compared to an Emma Frost, they're literally on two sides of a spectrum. Johnny Storm was terrible for literally every season except season 2. Literally. I guess he didn't come in season 0, but like season 1, he was terrible, and then they buffed him like 3 times, and then he became hard meta. Like, you were banning Johnny Storm every game because he's just not. I mean, he's just broken, right? And then you look at Emma Frost, who is objectively could like top 3 tanks in the game, right? At least top 2, top 1. I think Magneto's better, but like Emma is not a terrible tank, right? They're just two sides of the same coin, right? Oh, two sides of a different coin. Like, one is terrible, one is like amazingly good. Like, one needs to get nerfed a little bit, and one needed to get buffed a lot. And with the new addition of Ultron being added, a new support or strategist, we have seen gameplay of him. If you haven't, then you live under a rock, honestly. But if you go on TikTok, YouTube, and you search up Ultron gameplay, it'll pop up. And in his reveal trailer, he didn't look good either. Unironically, every character, in Black Widow included, when NetEase released a trailer about them, they looked giga broken. Ultron looks garbage. The only decent thing about him is his ultimate, and only half of it is good. Like, his healing in his ultimate is outrageous. Like, that's a support ult. Like, that is 100% a support ult. And but damage wise, it sucks. Like, unironically, it's terrible, and it heals him too. So like, you should really be aiming at teammates only with that. And something that I've also noticed that like both flyers have been really bad at release. Both flyers. I don't know if because they just don't want flyer meta because they know that's gonna be like unfun to play against or something, but like both flyers have been terrible, Johnny and Ultron. But also Mr. Fantastic, he wasn't even terrible. He was nowhere near as bad as Johnny was on release, but he was not like a character you were going to play until they buffed him. Like, unironically, like like you just weren't going to play Mr. Fantastic. Now the other 2 characters that released with Johnny and Mr. F was Susan Storm and the Thing, Invisible Woman and the Thing, right? And the Thing was really good also, and Susan Storm, I don't even think they buffed her at all. I don't think they've even changed her kit like at all. Susan Storm is still the best healer in the game. So the issue NetEase is having is 100% choosing how to, not choosing, but like they're balancing the characters on a spectrum of good or bad, right? Like, obviously, but they lean so far towards good and so far to bad. Like, in the middle is just, there's no character that can be like in the middle. Like, because I think, again, Invisible Woman is the best healer in the game. I just think she's just been under the radar because like people are tired of Luna's 12-second ult, right? Or in Cloak and Dagger's easy to play, right? She had an amazing team up, still does. The Thing is an amazing tank when he released. They nerfed him down a little bit to like maybe top 5 in the game tank wise. Johnny was buffed up to like best DPS in the game. Mr. Fantastic was buffed up and then buffed down and then buffed back up to like actually being usable. Emma Frost is 100% one of the best tanks in the game, top 3 at least, right? And Ultron is probably the worst healer in the game, but we haven't got the public hasn't gotten our hands on him, so we all might be wrong about that. But early looks, it does not look good for him. Like, if you have to use a character in triple support comps only, then he's not good. Sorry, he's not. And with Ultron, you can see that like they were very careful of not making him overpowered, which is a good thing, right? That's actually a good thing because they saw what happened to Johnny, obviously. And in his trailer, you can see that he used to have 275 health. It's now 250 on release when it comes out tomorrow. And things like they're obviously paying attention to the current meta of the game, making adjustments, right? But he's terrible. Like, he's not good. Like, he doesn't have range. Like, he has infinite range. Like, he can really shoot you from anywhere on the map. And I feel like a lot of his power is in that move. Like, his primary fire can hit you from 8,000 meters away if it wanted to. Like, there is no, I don't think there's even damage drop off. I think it's just like a steady beam. But yeah, there's no, like, there's an infinite range to it. And I think a lot of their power was like, okay, he can hit you from anywhere. Let's give him low damage, and let's give him a really long reload and low ammo count that can like make sure people aren't angry when this beam from across the map kills them. And me personally, I don't think any character should have like a beam attack that has infinite range. Personally, that's just me. But a lot of his power went to that move. And to buff Ultron, they honestly need to give him more damage, a little bit more damage, a shorter reload, and more ammo capacity. Because like the way he is, like that's just not gonna work fast like Bronze. But yes, he falls into that problem that we're having in Rivals, that every new character is either really good or really bad at release. And then they subsequently get either nerfed really hard, which we haven't seen that one yet, but I think that's going to happen soon with some of these new characters coming out. I mean, it's a problem. Like, it's just, look, it's a problem that the game they have, right? Again, the characters are really good, high power levels, and then they overcompensate the nerfs to make them really bad the next season or the next half season, right? Or on the other side of the spectrum, really bad people get buffed to really, really good, and then they overcompensated because they're really, really bad. So like overcompensation, like, oh, it can't be that bad, but it really is, right? And again, balance you can't balance in a vacuum. The reason Hela got buffed is because there's another flyer coming, and they don't want a flyer only meta, obviously. That's also why Iron Man got taken out the Hulk team up, I can assume. It's because you don't want Hulk team up, Ultron, Storm, Johnny running a lobby. You just don't. That's why Hela was buffed, to compensate all of those changes. And I do remember about what I just said like 2 seconds ago about like them over nerfing and over buffing characters, but Mr. Fantastic on release was a terrible addition to the game, and unironically, if you saw him on your team, you knew we were going to lose because he was a throw pick when he first released, right? A terrible pick that you would never want to see on your team, right? But then they buffed him. They buffed him really well, right? Great buffs, like great buffs. And then he became a sleeper pick, right? A sleeper pick that as the season progressed, people were trying to catch on. Like that. Like, oh, Mr. Fantastic right there. He's really good, actually. He's not dying. We need to kill him, right? And that was like his thing. He never died. Like, he just never died. But then they over-nerfed him for no reason. Now, it wasn't for no reason, because at that point in the season, people were trying to catch on that he was good. So I guess the developers were like, okay, people think he's good now. Let's change that. Maybe he's too good now, right? But it was never to the level of, let's say, Hawkeye in Season 0, who could run a lobby. Mr. Fantastic can't run a lobby, right? But he was so underrated. The fact that they nerfed him for seemingly no reason, it made no sense, really. Like, I know what I just said, but it made no sense. Like, people were just catching on that he was good and underrated, and then they nerfed everything about him. They took away one of his animation cancels, which I guess, okay, I can understand the animation cancel, but they took a lot of other stuff away too. I'm not gonna find patch notes for it because I'm lazy, but they nerfed him. And then they buffed him back to like a level that he's actually usable above like bronze and silver. So now he's in this decent space. Like, he's not a throw pick. Like, I'm not angry if I see a Mr. Fantastic on my team anymore. I'm not. Like, he's a good pick now. He's decent. If you're good with him, you're good with him, right? You can do things. You're useful. But it just shows the goal that there is a spectrum here. That they just choose these new characters. They choose to not be in the middle. On release, at least. Like, I think now the thing is now like that character, he's still really good, but he's not overpowered, he's not underpowered. I'd say he's a good bit above that like median area in the middle, but like honestly, I'd rather that than over nerfed or over buffed, terrible or really good, honestly. Susan Storm, still really good. They haven't really buffed her crazily. They nerfed her team up and shield a little bit, which is a really good nerf actually, but aside from that, they haven't really touched her. And I hope Ultron doesn't fall into this same exact trap, because if he does, then we might fall into that cycle again where he's terrible in this patch, but then at Season 3, when that launches, he gets buffed heavily, and now he's hard meta, and you're banning him every game. You're not hearing any of his voice interactions with any of the characters, unless you're in quick play. And that is all I have for today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Season 2.5 starts tomorrow. Whenever you're watching the video, that's when it starts. So see you guys then, and peace.